pick it up, bombs away, baby. Are you struggling with South Run? Be sure you check out Meister Madden for our full guide ranging from Heavy Panther to I-form close run defense. Enjoy the rest of this video. So today we're going to be using the Minnesota Vikings, and there's something very important that you guys need to be aware of if you're going to be using this particular play. For those that want to know, I'm going to tell you anyways. We are in the New Orleans Saints offense, and we're going to be going again to gun tight offset tight end. We're going to be talking about blocking and about dotting. Now, before we get into the good stuff, you guys got to know about deep route running thresholds. After extensive use and extensive practice, and 4 hours later, we figured it out. For this to work, for unbumpable routes to work, even against press man, you have to meet 85 deep route running threshold. These players include, I've got a list for you guys, so get your notes out. I'm going to go ahead and read them off to you. These players include Tyreek Hill, DeAndre Hopkins, Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, OBJ, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, T.Y. Hilton, Mari Cooper, Julio Jones, Emmanuel Sanders, Devontae Adams. So we've got Adam Thielen, we got Stephon Diggs. Both meet the threshold, with Adam Thielen having 88, Stephon Diggs having 93. So we're going to go into tight offset, tight end. Again, New Orleans Saints. The play is going to be slot out. Now we've got Adam Thielen on the outside. We've got Stephon Diggs also, if I can get over there, also on the outside. Make sure you have your deep route runners on the outside. People like Randy Moss. I think Terrell Owens. Most people in Mutt you can power up at one point or another to get to meet these deep route running thresholds. Again, it's 85 to make it an unbumpable route. So the play is slot out. We're gonna go, let's just start into the hard part. Let's go into 3-4 bear. We're going to 3-4 odd, pinch buck go. Talk about blocking this blitz. So what people like to do is send 7 with a QB contain like this. And this is gonna sound really weird, but this is the best way that I found to pick it up. First, we're gonna block our running back. We're gonna motion this guy over. We're gonna let Collins come in free. And on top of that, here's where it gets really wild. You're going to slide to the right and ID Collins. Now, this is going to require you to stay in the pocket and move around in the pocket. When we snap this ball, what we want to do is we want to move towards our running back to let our running back recognize, hey, Collins is coming in free, chop block him, and then we're going to bomb it over the top. So I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try to not suck right now, but make sure you have slid towards the running back, ID opposite side linebacker of where you slid. And we're going to make sure that when we snap the ball, we start shifting over towards the running back. So we'll snap this ball and pay attention right here. You can see, bam, pick it up, bombs away, baby, bombs away. Now, 3-4 odd is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different how we pick this up. Remembering that it is a send 7, so if you try to block 6, got to do a little bit of math here. I know. But send 7, you gotta block 7 to pick this up and set it up. It's show blitz all linebackers, pinch linebackers, and this is how you get it to go. So again, this is a send 7 blitz. So as always, you gotta block a running back, motion this guy over, block him, A on a hitch, slide to the right, ID left. We'll try this. And then same thing with the bear, you gotta step towards your running back. If you try and scramble with QB contains, you're gonna run into a contain and you're gonna take a sack pretty easily. So we'll snap this ball, we'll step up, chop block, bam, pass lead it to the inside. You can see with the shade over the top, we dot it still. That's what a lot of people like to do, is they'll shade over the top against these kind of send 7 cover 0 blitzes, just so that the pressure can get home and they're not going to give up huge gains. Now, of course, sometimes that will work. And so if you notice that the blitz, if you notice that the man coverage and the cover 0 is keeping up with these unbumpable routes, then the best thing to do is just start taking this hit. So again, slide towards the blocked wide receiver, IDing this guy, and then stepping towards your running back. If you don't step towards your running back, you stay right there, you're going to get hummed at. So keep that in mind. So snap the ball, step towards them, bam, right there. Oh, that's just a little bit of an unfortunate animation. Maybe with a little bit of a touch pass, you'll probably be able to get that in a lot better. But you see, we're able to pick this blitz up. We could have easily hit our hitch, or with a touch pass, maybe a lob pass even, get a touchdown out of these unbumpable wheel routes. Now let's go into and really show you guys how these things are unbumpable by going into big dime, 2-3-6. I'm going to just go into 2-3-6 Sam, cover 2 man. This is where deep route running is necessary. If you do not have people that meet the threshold, this will not work. Promise you, it will not work. So we're going to go ahead and set this up for man coverage. We're going to have 2 hitches, block running back, and we're going to beat one of these guys down the sideline. Either Adam Thielen's going to burn him or Stefan Diggs. We're looking for both of them. So snap this ball, bam, pass lead it to the outside. Off to the races we go. Easy walk-in touchdown. Now, you guys going to say, shade over top. It's going to be the way you can prevent it. Yeah, probably about 6 times out of 10 now. Practice mode likes to cooperate with us, so this is a shade over top. If you do notice that they're shading over top, guess what? You got your hitches. They cannot guard both hitches as a user. It is literally impossible. So right here, I'll see that they'll generally play it pretty good, but you can see, bam, take your hitch, take your underneath stuff if you notice that they're shading over top. A user cannot guard 2 hitches. Eventually, they're going to have to adjust or maybe shade it underneath or just try playing at stock or playing some zones, and eventually they will screw up. The final thing I want to touch on is a cover 2. I'm going to take the time out so I don't have to keep audibling into it. Is a cover 2. Whether it be soft squats, cloud flats, or hard flats, this play works really good for all of them. Now, there is something different we have to do behind this. I'm just going to 3-4 odd Tampa 2. Is instead of putting hitches out there, we need to leave these out routes. Those out routes are essentially going to pull down those cloud flats and allow us to have a very small window to be able to throw in between the cloud flat and the deep half. On top of that, compared to last time, this time we're going to need to start motioning out. Unless you have extended pass lead or extended pocket pass, or I don't know, whatever that stupid chemistry is called. Unless you have that, you're going to have to motion them out so you can pass lead it better towards the sideline. So just keep that in mind. Again, this out route's going to pull it down, and roughly about the 15-yard line is where you're going to see the window open up. So we'll snap this ball. You can see no bump. Bam, pass lead it to the outside, swerve catch, dot. As long as you don't drop it, you don't get cheated, you're going to be able to fit that in every single time against a cover 2. We'll even go ahead and press this cover 2. So I'm going to just block my running back. I just like to do that. More pass protection just in case they maybe send 5. Motion out, no press, pass lead it to the outside, swerve catch, and hot. So that might have been a touchdown. Woo! A little steamy right there. So you guys can see it's going to work pretty well. Now, keep in mind with abilities this year, you got to be careful about zoned out players as they're freaks of nature. That's all I got to say about it. So we're going to try and fit it against a zoned out player. Again, if it is a cover 2 zone where there'll be soft squat, cover 2 sink, Tampa 2, or cover 2 hard flat, you're going to be able to hit these wheel routes on the sideline pretty consistently. Now, some people may do something like this, back him out and over. I'm going to hop off. Let's just get onto a D line. This is where it's going to be a little more tricky to fit in, but it's still possible. You can see right there, if you can get a little bit better of a pass lead down to the outside, you're going to be able to fit that in pretty consistently. Again, it's about 15 yards downfield where the cloud flat finally breaks off and comes down to play that out route. So soft squats are going to play the same as cloud flats when it comes to corners. They're just going to convert to a 15-yard zone. Sometimes you will find, and I have found this in practice mode occasionally, they will match these wheel routes underneath. If that is the case and you notice that they are matching, you're going to hit your underneath out routes. So let's go ahead and snap this ball. We'll see what Stephon Gilmore does in this situation. You can see right there, bam, pass lead it straight up into the outside. Because Stefan Diggs is just so fast, you're going to be able to hit that every single time. Now, let's do this one more time. There is a window that you guys can fit. I'm not going to press this time to get rid of that little speed differential, but we'll go ahead, cancel that. I don't know what I just did, but motion this guy out. Hit him again about the 15 yards downfield roughly is where you're going to hit this guy. Bam. You can see right there. Super easy. Dot. Now, if you don't motion them out, again, this is kind of where you need to have that extended pass lead chemistry, whatever it's called, to make this work, because the pass lead is so limited this year. But you'll see there is still a window you can hit if you have that ability. You'll notice it's going to be the same general area. But if you're going to be attacking a cover 2, you really do need to start motioning these wheel routes out in order to hit the window that is going to open up against a cover 2. So with that being said, that's going to take care of this video. You guys got a way that you can now block the 3-4 odd, 3-4 bear, and just torch man coverage. If you notice they're shading over the top, you're going to start taking the underneath stuff with these hitches. So until next time, guys, this has been T Meister. Check out meistermadden.com in the description. See ya.